Hi, fabulous Taurus. This is your December 9th to 31st of December 2019 reading. Now, we've got a Jupiter in Capricorn that is just, the planet Jupiter has just turned into Capricorn from the 2nd of December 2019, and it goes right until the 19th of December 2020. And for all the star signs, it actually means that there's a highlighted subject that's going to be extremely imperative to take note of. And for you, fabulous Taurus, this means everything that is becoming lucky will happen in adventure, travel, study, and publishing. So besides those subjects, it is about, getting yourself out there too. So that's also what Spirit's telling me here. So I'm going to be pulling a few different cards now. Remember, this is a general reading. It won't apply to everyone. So take what you need and discard the rest. But your main subject here that's going to affect you in this Jupiter in Capricorn transit is to do with adventure, travel, study, and publishing. So let's have a look what's coming for you from December 9th to the 31st of 2019. Can't believe that we're at the end of the year. So this is quite amazing. Let's have a little bit of a look. I just want to thank everybody too as well for their support to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. So let's have a look. We're going to be using a few different decks. The first one is the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. The second one will be the Chinese Fortune Reading Cards by Sharina. And the third one will be the Blessed Bee deck by Lucy Cavendish. Now, the underlying energy is the moon. So you might find that all of a sudden, when you're going through in December from the 9th to the 31st, Taurus, is the fact that you're becoming clear about what you want to do, where you want to go, what you want to study, where you want to head in life. This is going to become really, really clear for you, which is absolutely fantastic, saying that perhaps you were clouded in the past. Perhaps you couldn't see where it was going, because the opportunities are going to come where you're going to get really clear about what you want to do in regards to this Jupiter in Capricorn transit, which is absolutely amazing. The first card that comes out is the Fool card, which is beautiful. It does indicate you're on a brand new road to start this journey, this new travel. And it can mean actually physical travel, taking a leap of faith into some brand new territory, going some places where you've never been before. So you might find that you may be physically visiting countries or places that you hadn't previously thought of, which is beautiful. It means that you're coming into a new era, a new zone, somewhere that's going to be enlightening for you and that you are going to have a magnificent experience. The next card is the Four of Wands, indicating that there is you might be relocating too, by the way, here with this one. There's such a beautiful harmony and happiness around the home. You may be traveling, like I was saying before, traveling with someone dearest and loved that you are with as well. Or you may be going with friends as well. So there's a real camaraderie, real beautiful energy that comes in with this, saying that, you know what, you're probably not going to be alone on this. On this new journey, you're going to have friends and associates that may be able to help you, but also bearing in mind, again, that you may be moving home. So there might be some really new, interesting concepts that you're embracing at this time, and everything's coming clear now here where you're traveling on a different journey, perhaps even to a new location. Now the Ten of Wands comes along and says, hang on a minute, you know what, you've been working really, really hard. Don't get too overworked in this instance, but also saying that, you know what, it's the end of heavy burdens. So maybe you've gone through a hell of a journey at this time, saying that, you've had to think about things, you've had to do the hard yards, go that extra mile when it does come to getting your house and getting your home and your journey. Maybe you're planning things where now the road will be a lot smoother for you rather than, having to battle against the tide, so to speak. And the last one here in the tarot is the King of Pentacles. Now, this is your sign. So, it is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So here it's saying really you have either, got the money for it, you've invested very, very wisely, you're stable, but you also may be in the position where, you want that stability. Now's your time. Now you're coming out and you're being very clear at this is where you want to be, more stable in your life, rather than, and you could perhaps be even in the instance of where maybe you've even rented a house before, and maybe you've got now enough funds to sit there and go, hang on a minute, I want a place of my own. I want to be able to sit there and get pretty well settled this time around and not muck around and having to go, in with the, when we're talking about these sorts of things, in the rental game more than anything. So it's a really brave new territory that you're going in here, Taurus, which is really marvelous for you. So a lot of things will become clear for you. So that's fantastic to know here. The next card we're going to be using is from the Chinese fortune reading cards by Sharina Star. This is a fabulous deck here. So let's have a look what additional messages they have for you, fabulous Taurus. And that one is forgiveness. Now, when this one comes around, you may have found that it's time to not be so hard on yourself. Maybe you weren't in that position beforehand to be able to move forward or move to a place, that you hadn't seen or you weren't clear about. And there's a big indication here that you may have to actually not be so hard on yourself and actually forgive yourself for, not being in where you think you should be. But please know that the universe puts you in these situations where you're learning and where you can actually sit there and move forward. So there's a big forgiveness thing here saying, okay, well, you weren't probably in the right position to, go ahead, move forward, but now's the time to forgive yourself and move on forward. And there may be a forgiveness of the past that you have to do. And in saying that, when we all forgive, perhaps even others, and I know it's a difficult thing to do, so, please don't get on your high horse about that one. Forgiving others for where you are at this point is a good indicator that it can really work for you and help you move forward. So, forgiving yourself, not only yourself, but also forgiving others, and starting to look forward to fresh new adventures here, particularly with the Fool here. And this would make you a lot happier in yourself as well. The last card we're pulling is from the Blessed Bee pack here, which is from Lucy Cavendish. So let's have a look here as well. This is looking really good for you, Taurus. So if you do want to travel, this is a great time to travel, getting your stuff organized. Things are becoming a lot clearer here too. And you may find, because it's a full moon here too, that you may have plans around the full moon as well. So things are going to become a lot lighter for you. Now, the blessing that you have is a blessing on the children. Now, this can mean a couple of things. When this one comes up, it can mean, yes, if you have children as well, they'll be fine. There is beautiful energies. The universe is really looking after your loved ones, your siblings, your family, your children, because this also can indicate the family card here as well. So if you're going on a trip without the children, please know that they will be looked after. Also, too, you could be going on a trip with your children. Not only that, too, this card also means to me, and I'm hearing from Spirit as well, something is in its infancy. So something is bearing fruit. This to me seems like the Empress card saying that, you know what, whatever you've been planning now is all coming about. So these lovely little steps forward is saying that it's going to be absolutely beautiful. There's a new beginning. So with that blessing on the children, there could be that blessing of a new beginning. Something is in its infancy, something that you've started. So it could be a trip, it could be a new home, things like that where you've struggled in the past, to even get or feel secure and stable in your environment is now coming along. So please forgive yourself in the meantime for perhaps where you've been or the past, because the past is just that. It is the past, and we all learn from the past. Look, Taurus, this is a fabulous, fabulous reading for you too. And I do find that this is a great time for you to really go on these beautiful new adventures, whether that be on your travels, whether that be learning new things about your money, about whether you need to study, about your work situation. But it does come down to the fact that for you, Taurus, these things are going to be big for you during this Jupiter in Capricorn transit. So it's really looking good for you. Enjoy, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.